Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because the Federal Reserve, America's most corrupt institution, might actually get audited. That's right. Ron Paul, the OG Bitcoin boomer and Fed disrespecter, along with Elon Musk, the meme king himself, are rumored to be joining forces to pull back the curtain on the biggest financial scam in U.S. history, in world history. And if that wasn't enough, GameStop may have just hinted at doing the Michael Saylor move, turning their treasury into Bitcoin. Could we see a GME, BTC infinity squeeze? We're about to break it all down. I'm Rustin. We're Simply Bitcoin. We have massive news to get to, and yes, there will be God candles. Send it!
But, you know, this argument that prices are going up about 2%, nobody believes it. You know, and the old CPI says prices are going up at 9%. So they believe this. And people on fixed incomes, they're really hurting. The middle class is really hurting because their inflation rate is very much higher than the government tries to tell them. And that's why they lose trust in government. You took over the Fed in 2006. I have a silver ounce here. And this ounce of silver back in 2006 would buy over 4 gallons of gasoline. Today it'll buy almost 11 gallons of gasoline. That's preservation of value, and that's what the market has always said should be money. Money comes into effect in a natural way, not in an edict, not by fiat, by governments declaring it is money. You know, as much as I would like to do something with the Fed, I say the Fed's going to self-destruct eventually anyway when the money's gone. But why wouldn't we legalize competing currencies? Why couldn't people put this in a mattress and get 4 or 5 times much of the value in a few years? So the record of what you've done in the last 6 years is destroy the value of real money. The Federal Reserve is given a responsibility to protect the value of the dollar. That's what stable prices are all about. Well, we don't even have a definition of a dollar. You know, we ask about the definition of a dollar and say, oh, it's whatever it's by. Well, every single day it buys less than the next day. And to me, it's sort of like building an economy and having economic planning like a builder had a yardstick that changed its value every single day. I mean, just think of the kind of a building we have. I think what we're witnessing today is the end stages of a grand experiment. We have a debt-based system. The more debt we have and the more debt the Federal Reserve buys, the more currency they can print. And they monetize this debt. And no wonder we're in a debt crisis. It's worldwide. I think it's something we've never experienced before. And I think the conclusion will be a vindication either for sound money, or if you win the argument and say, yes, we are great managers, we know how to do it, we want the credit for the good times, and we want the credit for getting us out of those good times. I mean, I think within a few years, we're going to know.
What an absolute classic. Now let's get straight to the meat on this one. Ron Paul is trending. Yeah, the GOAT, Ron Paul, that same guy who's been screaming in the Fed before most of us could legally buy tobacco. And why is he trending? Because rumors are flying that Elon Musk wants him to lead a full-blown audit of the Federal Reserve. Now, this isn't just some random internet fantasy. The Fed has never had a full audit. Never! You heard that right. Trillions in money printing, secret bailouts to foreign banks, and $500 billion in off-the-book swaps, all happening with zero transparency.
But who got the money?
To financial institutions in Europe and other countries.
Which ones?
I don't know.
$500 billion, and you don't know who got the money?
The loans go to the central banks, and they then put them out to their institutions to try to bring down short-term interest rates in dollar markets around the world.
Well, let's start with which central banks got the money.
There are 14 of them, which are listed I'm sure they're listed in here somewhere.
All right, so who actually made that decision to hand out $1 trillion that way, $500 billion? Who made that decision?
The Federal Open Market Committee.
Okay, and was it done at one time or in a series of meetings?
A series of meetings.
And under what legal authority?
We have a long-standing legal authority to do swaps with other central banks.
Do you
It's not an emergency authority of any kind.
Anything specific about it?
Do you know the My counsel says Section 14 of the Federal Reserve Act.
I mean, if there was a moment for the classic "It's Happening" meme, this is it! And get this, Musk's Doge has reportedly been granted read-only access to the U.S. Central Accounting System. And it appears there may be some discrepancies in treasuries. More on that to come this week, so stay tuned. But it is absolutely undeniable. The memes are becoming the reality. And what happens if this audit actually goes down? Omega candles! Bitcoin goes vertical! The dollar gets exposed. And we might finally see an end to this clown show of unlimited money printing.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm! Wait. Everybody
I've been waiting for this moment my entire adult life. This is the America that lies before us. Just look. I have no idea what the fuck just happened, but okay. Let's get back on track. If you thought that was wild and slightly deranged, let's talk about the big bombshell today. It's looking like GameStop could be on the verge of going full Michael Saylor. But before we bring it home, look at our likes.
Three or four times, maybe. I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pamp while we take a moment to recognize our sponsors, the masters of Bitcoin sovereignty. The Bitcoin way. If you're looking to learn how to Bitcoin, how to properly secure your Bitcoin, you might want to head on over to the newly revamped Bitcoin Way website where you can begin your road to Bitcoin sovereignty today. If you're looking to schedule a free 30-minute consultation, go ahead and use that link below in the show notes. Okay, let's do this.
Leroy Jenkins!
You remember 2021, the original GameStop short squeeze? Wall Street bets, diamond hands, and Kenny G crying into his yacht. Well, imagine all that, but now with Bitcoin. GameStop has $4.6 billion in cash just sitting there, and rumors are swirling that they could convert it into Bitcoin. And if they do, this is how it plays out. They announce Bitcoin as a treasury asset. Short sellers panic. Stock price rockets. GME dumps stock at new high prices. They use the proceeds to buy more Bitcoin. The infinite squeeze loop becomes initiated. Look at this. Ryan Cohen literally hanging out with Michael Saylor. You think this is a coincidence? GameStop could go from a meme stock to one of the most powerful Bitcoin companies in the world overnight. And if Metaplanet's stock is any indication, GME holders are about to have a good time. Speaking of money moving, have you seen what's happening to reverse repos? The Fed's tightening plan is unraveling faster than CNN's ratings. And on top of that, Bitcoin ETFs have already accumulated 3 times the amount of Bitcoin mined in 2025. Supply shock is locked and loaded. The only thing left? The God candles. Meanwhile, gold just hit an all-time high, and history says when gold runs, Bitcoin follows. TLDR. Money printer go burr. Bitcoin go up. Get ready.
The danger, it's really that you don't have any Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin becomes a new reserve asset for the world and you don't have it, then you're going to be down bad. So there is a point at which I think you won't be able to buy Bitcoin. You won't be able to buy it with dollars or with yen or with the euro. You just work for it. You exchange your time for Bitcoin in the future. So the best is to buy now when you can still exchange fiat monies for Bitcoin.
So let's recap. Ron Paul might finally audit/end the Fed. Elon Musk is making memes real life. GameStop could turn into one of Bitcoin's biggest corporate hodlers. The Fed's liquidity rug pull is happening in real time, and Bitcoin supply is vanishing while demand continues to go exponential. If this all plays out the way we think it will, you don't want to be the guy left holding the bag of worthless cuckbucks. Just listen to one of the members of Trump's administration. David Sachs, roll it.
And I think the transformational part of Bitcoin is this idea that we could have non-fiat money, right? We just, as we're talking about with the Fed, there is a huge risk of currency debasement when the government is in control. And particularly when you have the world's reserve currency, there's just such an enormous temptation to print money to finance your budget and to rack up loans that become unpayable. We're at what, like 130% of GDP now we owe. So we owe an amount of money greater than the size of our entire economy or our economic output. That sounds very hard to repay to me. So the temptation will eventually be to monetize the debt away, basically to debase the currency to pay for this debt. That's always been a risk throughout history. And now what Bitcoin offers is a different kind of currency where it's not backed by a government, it's backed by math, it's backed by encryption. And so you don't have to trust the government that there will only be 21 million Bitcoin. It's in the code. And so you just have to trust that Bitcoin effectively won't be cracked. You just have to believe that the system is secure. And I think a lot of people might, over time, gradually think that's a better form of money.
Final message. Get off zero and join the Bitcoin mining revolution at Mining Disrupt 2025. The biggest Bitcoin mining conference on the planet, and it's coming to Fort Lauderdale, March 25th through the 27th. Get your tickets today and join thousands of Bitcoin mining professionals and enthusiasts from around the globe for an electrifying experience at Mining Disrupt. See the latest cutting-edge hardware, products, and services that are revolutionizing the Bitcoin mining industry. For over half a decade, Mining Disrupt has been the premier conference and expo exclusively dedicated to Bitcoin mining. Be part of the future and join the movement that's shaping the world of Bitcoin mining. Don't miss out. Head over to miningdisrupt.com and get your tickets today. Use promo code SimplyBitcoin for 20% off. Oh, and the Simply Bitcoin news desk gonna be on site. I'm gonna be there. Nico and Opti are gonna be there holding it down, and we hope to see you there as well. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a pat. By spreading that sound money gospel, share it with one of those poor souls saving in fiat. And don't forget to set those notifications to get the best in Bitcoin news delivered to you daily. The best is yet to come. Love you guys. Catch you next time. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, you.